I'm back from Florida and Alabama. Spent a lot of time in Mobile, but I'll get into all that in a minute. That tournament that we were talking about in the last video, they're down to the final four, and Shane Van Boening is playing Chang, and there's no score of that yet. I don't know if they started or not. Alyssa's Yap is playing Mickey Krause, and he's up. Alyssa's Yap is up 1-0 on Mickey. And that's where we stand right now. I just wanted to keep you updated on that. Cheers to Anthony Maglino of Florida local player who gets around. He grinds out there on the road. And I was very surprised that a lot of people never heard of him. But he got in the top 16 along with Shane and some other major notable names. John Moore had a good tournament. We'll get into all this in a minute. I just wanted to tune in. I know I look terrible. I'm road beat. But we'll get into it in a minute. Yeah, they're holding the matches. They're not playing them together because why not put two TV table matches on and get double the money? Now that MPT actually has a very good deal on live streaming if you want the TV table. I'm not here to sell anything. And we'll talk about that in a minute too. Alyssa's Yap is up 5-4 on Mickey Krause at this point, and it's 2:14 Eastern time. Let's see, that match started at 1, so that might be Central. No, that's Eastern time. That must have started later. So. Other notable issues. Let me see. Of the Americans, Shane, of course, or else he won't be where he is now. Anthony Maglino. We're the only two Americans getting to the top 16. If we look at the top 32, let's see which Americans got knocked out. None of them, so no other Americans made the top 32. It was very strange. But both Anthony and Shane won their top 32 matches and got in the top 16. No, that's a mistake. Donnie Mills got in the top 32. Congratulations, Donnie. Way to go. Chris Reinhold, too. I hadn't scrolled all the way down. Yeah, Donnie Mills, Chris Reinhold, Shane Van Boening, and Tony Maglino. Oh, and Billy Thorpe, too. Boy, I'm missing a lot of people. So America was looking good in the top 32. Only 2 of them made it out of 5. Sky Woodward had a very good showing. Man, I'm missing a lot of people. So out of 6, only 2 made it out of the top 32 and got in the top 16. Chris Reinhold, too. Should I say that? It's actually 7. 7 Americans got in the top 32. And all these guys got in the money. The whole top 64 were in the money, but the difference between the top 64 and not getting in the money is just $1,000, so they like don't even get their money back. Federer Gorse got knocked out in the top 64 by Robbie Capito. Yeah. Before that, I forget who it was, but it was a little bit of a surprise. Oh, Jesus, I forget his last name. Jesus, or Jesus, whatever you want to call him. Tyler Styler got knocked out after making a top 64. Alex Bausch, I don't know him. He's American. He got knocked out by Thorsten Holm. And, yeah. They sort won in the top 64. Hunter Lombardo got knocked out by Johann Schulz. Skylar Woodward advanced to the top 32. Gotta try not to miss anybody. Jason Shaw advanced. He's not from America, but he did. Max Eberle made the top 64 and got knocked out by Mario He. But Max gave him a game. Mario won 10-8. Maglino advanced into the top 32. Chris Reinhold advanced. Tony Mills advanced. Roberto Gomez was playing very well, and then Yap hit a gear and put him on a bus. Gomez from the Philippines. Surprises. Earl didn't get in the money. He got knocked out right before getting in the money. So sorry, Earl, but he got put on the bus by somebody. Don't remember who. Alright, just wanted to update you on that. Let's see if there's been any score changes. Yap 5, Kraus 4. So let's go back to stage 1, and we see getting knocked out right before the money, Earl Strickland by F.S. Ruiz of Europe, who really didn't go on much after that. We don't have time to go and look, see how he did. Any big surprises? Garcia got knocked out right before the money by Roberto Gomez. So, you know, some of these guys were trying their best and just not getting it. Eric Roberts, the young kid from Middle Tennessee, he got knocked out right before the money by Chris Reinhold, who he skunked him 9-0. Yeah, sorry, Eric. You know, that can't feel good, but, and I can vouch for it, it doesn't feel good. But, you have a lot of guts for getting in there and grinding with the big dogs, Eric, you really do. And I applaud that. Tony Crosby got knocked out right before the money. I can't even pronounce the guy's name who put him out, but you know, Tony did okay. I was following him, and he was playing well. He just, this other guy from, I believe he's from Asia, but he has kind of a European name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that guy's name. Max was doing well. Max got in the money, got in the top 64, and he beat Brandon Schuff, also of America. And that was a double hill match. So Max really showed some heart, and kept with Brandon. It's just Brandon, you know, Full's so crazy, you know, almost anything can happen under this kind of pressure. I'm looking for surprises, you know. I think I named all the big surprises. A lot of Americans advanced in even though it wasn't much money, they at least gotten a little bit of money and got $1,000. Donnie Mills played very good all tournament, got the money. Tyler Steyer advanced. That's all the notable issues here. Let's go see score 5-5. Yap Kraus tied up. This is a race to 11 here. I'll get right back with you. I'm cleaning all this sand out of the cars, and yeah, that's why I don't look my best. Real quick, Mickey Krause just hit a gear and pulled away 7-5, and he ain't done yet. 24 years old, he's a European, and he's got a ton of heart. Well, shortly after I said what I just said, Yap decided he's not having any of that, and is now on the hill, and he's beating Krause 10-9. We'll see how Mickey answers here in a minute. I was going to go over all the real surprises in this tournament and the people who went 2 and out for a very not so inspiring tournament. But you know, people have bad days, they have bad weeks, they have bad months, they have bad experiences. You never know what's going on behind the scenes and how much stress people are under and just what they're going through in their daily lives. And it's impossible for every single top shelf professional pool player to just be, you know, perfect all the damn time. Everybody messes, man. Everybody. And I think it's really unfair when you expect, or when you see a great player miss a ball or just get really bad position, to crucify them. They're there, and most of the rest of us aren't. But it does happen. They do fall apart sometimes. So let's just skip that part of what I was going to say and see what Mickey does here and how he responds to Yap just hitting a gear himself and saying, no, I want this. And the winner of this is going to play the winner of Shane Van Boening against Chang. I don't know a whole lot about Chang. I know he's a great player, obviously. But in between this match with Yap and Mickey Krause, we're going to throw one of my videos up there, just running one game, and we'll talk about that for a little while, and then we'll come back and see how the pride of the USA is dealing with it, with his match. It surprised a lot of people when Federer, you know, just didn't live up to expectations. Let's go back and see what happened to Federer. He got in the top 64, but I think he was rattled he got sent to the loser's bracket unexpectedly. And where's he at? There he is. Robbie Capito. So, I mean, Federer made $1,000 and got knocked out, and I think it's because Federer's match before Robbie just didn't go well for him. That's a guess. I don't know. Well, on the live stream for us, you know, broke tightwads, we get kind of crummy matches that nobody wants to see, but they're my favorite matches because you get to learn who's coming up and who's going out and who these people are. You know? Even though there's no commentary to talk about this stuff, I can put 2 and 2 together all by myself. Yeah, I learned that. Alright, let's see if there's any score change. It's still Yap 10 and Crest 9. I'll keep you updated. It's, by the way, it's 3:24. Well, Alyssa's Yap is in the finals with either Chang or Shane Van Boening. They're getting ready to start now. Congratulations to Mickey Krause. Great tournament for you. And here we go with Shane and Yap. No, Shane and Chang to find out who's playing Yap. Let's see who's got the... I think it's going to be Shane, but hey, what do I know? Yeah, Shane's in the money. Shane's not ranked even in the top 10. Shane has won the 16th most money in professional pool this year at almost 95,000, but if he wins this, that's gonna stick him way up there in the top 5. No, almost the top 5. It's gonna put him in 7th place for top in money, but Chang is also going to go up to 3rd place if he, or Yep is going to go up to 3rd place if he wins. So I know a lot of you are here to learn something about pool and billiards, and we're going to see if we can learn something right now while we're waiting for... we know Yep is waiting, and for the winner of Shane versus Chang, and let's see who's winning here. Chang is up 1-0 on Shane, and that's where we stand now. Both are trying to make the final against... I'm probably pronouncing his first name wrong, but I'm going to keep calling him Alyssa's because I think it's a little easier than how his actual name is pronounced. Or we'll just go by Mr. Yap. And Mr. Yap is waiting like a vulture for his prey. Yap's been playing so good this year. It's so great this year. He's really... You know, a lot of people don't know, he ran in the pro circles a long time and struggled. Many years he was hanging out and just trying to battle with these guys, and they just would plow through him. And a couple of years ago, I say 5-6 years ago, he said, hey, I'm tired of losing. And he just started coming, and everybody was like, who is this guy? But all the pros knew him because he'd been hanging out. He's not afraid to gamble. And, yeah, so here he is today, one of the best players in the world. And he's really making a name for himself. Some guys take a little longer to get to the cream of the crop. And he's doing great. And he's a great guy. He's a nice guy. And I wish him well, but in the end, I have to stay in Shane's corner because, well, that's what Americans do. Everybody doing okay tonight? Or today, it's actually still daytime here. That was a pretty good break. I made the 2 and the 3 on the break. I think the only problem I can see is this 8 ball. I don't like where it's at. And you might ask why I don't shoot the 1 in the right hand side. And it's pretty much because in order to do it right, or for me to do it right, I'm going to have to put some draw on this because it's going to be a scratch in the top right. And I really want to get the 8 ball out, so I shoot the 1 in the top right. And knock it out. Now all the balls are spread, and there should be absolutely nothing stopping you from doing what you do, brothers and sisters. Looks pretty simple, man. Gotta get on the right hand side of the fives to get right on the six. And a lot of people think they have to play pool to get absolutely, like, within 1 foot of each object ball. And in an effort to do that, they make a lot of mistakes and get real bad. And I'll show you some examples of this. I could jack up a little bit here or do something crazy to get a foot from the 7 ball, but it's really not necessary. And what you're looking for is the right angle off the object ball. The distance is almost irrelevant. And there's a couple of ways to play this. You could go down to the top rail with a whole lot of right, or you could just stun it over. So that's a long shot, but it shouldn't bother you at this point if your stroke is straight. And this is another long shot. But it's pretty easy position. In fact, there's almost no excuse not to get straight in on this shot. So a little bit of top, a little bit of right, and bang off the right hand rail. And we're not quite exactly straight in, but it's close enough. So that was pretty easy wreck. I mean, I think the main thing to take with you is stop worrying about getting super close to the object ball. You should be more concerned with having a right angle on the object ball, whether it's long or short. Alright, let's get back and see what Shane is doing. Well, reality isn't always real pretty. It's 420. And Chang came out of the gate like the racehorse that he is. And went ahead 5-0. Yeah. Currently, Shane is firing back, and he's got it 5-2, and that's where we are now. They are finishing this tournament tonight. This is a semifinal, and I'm going to be editing this video. The final will be tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. I think I got that right? Right? Something like that. I'll keep you posted on it. Shane's not used to losing, so he's going to do what he can do to get back in this match, but so far it's 5-2 Chang. We'll keep you updated on this. We're back with not a whole lot to report. Shane continues to fire back and has a score of 5-3 Chang. Let's go see the payouts on this. Here, from place 33 to 64, get $1,000. You're getting a top 16 and fail to go any further. It's $2,000. So this tournament's a little top heavy. 9th through 16th is 4,000. That might come close to paying for expenses if you didn't spend a whole lot of money and you ate, you ate out of a bag or something. 5th through 8th get 7,000. That's a little bit better. 3rd and 4th get 10,000. Runner up gets 16,000. And the winner gets 40,000. So that's actually very top heavy. Unless you get in the top 4 maybe. So both Shane and Chang already made 10,000. So this match would be worth 6,000. But the final is worth 24,000. So the two finalists are playing for 24,000. Is that, yep, 24,000 bucks. Yeah, so the winner gets 40 grand. Let's see if there's any changes here. Chang's still grinding, man. It's 5-4. He has caught up almost to Chang. Let's see if he can put Chang back on the boat to Asia. Yeah, this is interesting. They're playing for 6 grand. $6,000 match, a race to 11. But the next one, I don't know what it's a race to, but it'll be worth 24,000. Again, I'll keep repeating myself. I will be back for an update on this. Well, Chang just won another game and went ahead 6-4 on Shane. We're going to continue editing this video. I just wanted to give you a quick update. At a couple minutes before 5 o'clock is Chang 7 and Shane 4. So Shane has not had the lead yet in this whole match. And like I said, it's almost 5 o'clock. I don't know, no one ever knows how these things are going to go, but I got to pull for Shane here. I got to pull for America here, you know. He's in the top 4, so both of them have 10 grand, which, I mean, they're coming home with money. Unless, you know, they do something silly. It's not enough. It's not enough. This tournament's way top heavy. It really is. And they might as well just play winner take all, you know. Anyway, I'll get right back when there's a serious update on this. Score is currently 8-5. And about real quick here about my trip to Florida. I don't have anything to show you except the trip on the way down. The trip on the way back got deleted. Basically, I drove down. I drove across from Tennessee to Alabama, went all the way down 65, and then cut over on I-10, and stopped and saw some old friends in Pensacola, and hung out with them just for about an hour because I was running late. And I got back in the car and moved on, and got to Navarre, Florida, where I became a beach bum for 10 days. Hung out. I learned a lot about sea turtles. You'd be impressed at how much I know about sea turtles today. And really, I ate some really good food. I made a new girlfriend. You want to see? I got a picture of her. Her name is May. And May and I did a lot of hanging out together. I didn't play any pool at all. Just so, you know, this is a pool channel now, according to YouTube. But there's nothing at all to show you. On the trip back was a little bit eventful. And I stopped in Mobile. I used to live in Mobile, Alabama, and I fell in love with the city. And saw some old friends and hung out with them. But mostly I just felt my way around Mobile, and I've always felt at home in that city, and there's a lot of reasons for that. They would just bore you. But I love Mobile, Alabama. And continued on the way back to Knoxville. I saw a big 6-foot black snake, which the footage all got deleted. I saw a major wreck on the highway. I didn't actually see the wreck, but I pulled right up to where all the emergency first responders got to it, and they blocked off traffic so the helicopter helicopter could park literally on the highway, and I had footage of all of this and taken the victim of the crash away on a helicopter. Really, I had nothing about pool guys, I'm sorry. It just became a time to think about a lot of stuff and to make some decisions on a lot of stuff and kind of just get away from so much incredible amounts of work and hustling and just trying to get rich against all odds before I get too old to do what I do. Shane just got it up to 8-6. Or is that where we were before? I don't know. Shane is firing away. He just, it's like they're running a race and Shane can't keep up with Chang at this point. I'm back home, and like I said, I'm road beat. I got home late last night. And I just slept. I slept till like 11 a.m. But I've made some decisions, and I know exactly how I'm going to move on with my life and where to go from here. I'm going to give you some more updates on this, so just hang with me for. Well, speaking of heart. Shane and Chang are now tied at 8. So Shane was like, hey, I'm not done here. I'll keep you updated. The AC's running, so I'm worried about my voice getting muffled here. But Shane went up 9-8, and this is the first time he's been up in this match. I'm going to keep it rolling and see if there's any updates here on whether or not Chang ties it up 9-9 or if Shane gets on the hill 10-8. It's a race to 11, by the way, if you didn't catch it. Updating my financial situation, just everyday life over here today. I'm just kind of taking it easy, cleaning the cars out, you know, just doing everyday life stuff. I'm tired. I'm old and tired. So whoever wins this match, again, whoever wins, if you're tuning in late or whatever, whoever wins this match goes on to play Yap for the title, for the win, the tournament win. And this is the Florida Open. The word open means anybody can enter, any skill level, until it gets filled up. And that's another thing I was wrong about when I made that last video. There's 256 players, which it was a full field. 4 of them were wild cards chosen by Matchroom WNT World 9-Ball Tour. I don't know how they chose them. I don't know anything about that. I need to update myself on stuff like this. And it should be interesting on how the rankings change after this tournament. Shane's way better than 16th best in the world, so the money is not telling the whole story. Apparently he's showing it now. It's still 9-8. I'll tune in on the next update. Which in your time, because you're watching the video, won't be anything, won't even be a second. But my time, you know, it can take all night. Shane just went ahead. Shane is on the hill, 10-8. And Chang's gotta be banging his head against the wall. Shane is so hard to freaking beat. Alright, I'll tune in and tell you who won this and who goes on to the final to play yet. Then we're just going to end the video at that point. They are playing the finals tonight, but you know, the next match, I don't know what it's a race to. The finals match could take hours and hours and hours, and I want to get this video out. By the time it's published, you'll probably know who won the tournament. So, you know, I'll mention it in my next video. Chang just got a game back, so now it's 10-9 with Shane on the hill and winning. I wish I could actually see it because it's turning into a real nail biter. If Chang gets on the hill, well, I don't want to say it's a coin toss, but it pretty much is, depending on who's breaking, which will be, I don't even know if they're alternating breaks, or loser breaks, or winner breaks. I should know this kind of stuff. Here I am talking about it. Race to 11, so whoever gets to 11 games first, if you're new to pool, wins the match. Come on. Come on. Forget about it. Alright, back to editing. 1 second after I said back to editing, Chang tied it up 10-10. So look out, Scooby. Look out. Pool's nuts, man. Pool's just absolutely crazy. Well, Shane just won. Go Shane. USA is in the final against Yap, and I've decided to take my time editing. I have other stuff to do in between, and I'll give you an update in conclusion on this tournament and tell you if Yap or Shane won the tournament, and it'll be the very ending. Then we're checking out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Stay with me. This ain't over. It's now 8:30 and Shane's winning 5-2. So we got a long way to go. This is a race to 13. We'll have a couple more updates, and then we're gonna shut her down, man. And by 10 till 9, or 10 of 9, depending on where you're from, it's tied up 5-5. At 9:03, it is now Yap 8 and Shane Boening 5. And this is a race to 13, so Shane has some time to make a move, but he better get on it. This match is dragging on. It's now 9:45, and Yap just went ahead 10-9. It was 9-9. And again, it's a race of 13, and it's quarter of 15 out of 15 till whatever you say, 10. So yeah, I gotta answer that one. I'll keep you updated, guys. This is kind of silly. You're probably gonna find all this out if you're not watching it now, before tomorrow, before I can get this published, which is probably gonna be tomorrow at this point because I'm exhausted. It's 3 minutes until 10, and Yap is winning 11-9. Yeah, and this has been a long match for me. Anyway, it seems to be dragging on forever. One of these guys just run, 13 and out and get it done. Yeah, Shane's got his hands full, I can tell you that. It's 10:15. Yap just won 13-10, so Shane got a game back, but it was too late. Alyssa's Yap is on fire. He just won the Florida Open. Congratulations to you, Mr. Yap, and Shane, good showing. Wow, what a difference. Yap wins 40 grand. And Shane wins 16 grand. That's a huge gap. That's a little top heavy, natural. Thanks. Peace, everybody.